Hello, my name is Eddie. I am doing a video on Bell's palsy. I've never done a vlog before, so it's a little weird to do it, but the reason that I'm doing it is because I know it can be a very scary experience to get Bell's for the first time, so I thought I may put up a video hoping that it might reach some people that are wondering what it is, what it feels like, what it looks like when it's kind of in progress. A lot of times people don't notice the symptoms early in the process, and by the time they present to a medical care provider, they are very droopy, like to the point where it looks like a stroke, and sometimes it gets treated like a stroke, which is expensive. I mean, at least as far as the diagnostics go. They're better safe than sorry with Bell's, so you end up oftentimes going to the ER or even getting scans, neurological type scans, just to make sure everything's okay. But Bell's has some very specific symptoms, and I've had it before, so I know I have it now, and I can show it to you. What causes Bell's? So Bell's is an inflammation of this passage. There's a small bony passage where the 7th cranial nerve passes through, and that nerve is responsible for stimulating the muscles in this lateral piece, right? And then you have another nerve on the other side that runs down like that, and again controls this side. It's very mechanical when you think about it. It's like puppets. But anyway, when that gets inflamed, that nerve can get pinched, and that pinched nerve can actually, the rest of the nerve can die off. It's a very fragile nerve. It can die off, and when it dies off or becomes weakened, or the signal is is corrupted or blocked, you end up with drooping. This can be caused by herpes zoster. Typically, it's caused by the chickenpox virus, which hangs around in all of our systems that have had chickenpox and can give us shingles and also Bell's palsy. That is less treatable. I mean, it's something that's in your body. When you get stressed, when your immune system is disturbed, you'll find more cases of shingles, and you'll also find more cases of Bell's. It can also be that inflammation can be caused by anything that can inflame. I assume, I'm not a doctor, but anything that can inflame, I assume, would pinch off that. So when I started feeling symptoms yesterday, and I was pretty sure it was Bell's. I'll tell you about the symptoms in a second, and a little bit more information about what's happening this time. But when you first start feeling the symptoms of Bell's, it typically takes between 24 and 48 hours to have onset of like full facial paralysis, and the sooner you can catch it and treat it, I think the better off you are. The thing about Bell's, it's a little scary, is that while full functionality often comes back, it doesn't always. So you do want to catch it quickly, and you do want to do everything you can to make that nerve grow fast and grow healthy, because it's dying when you get this. But nothing to worry about. Most people do get full working facial muscles back. Although you'll notice people on TV and you can tell that they've had Bell's. Anyway, it's very common, and a lot of people have it, and you know, at worst I'll have some character pirate look. But anyway, what's happening this time is I caught it early. I started feeling Bell's symptoms yesterday. My symptoms were that initially, half of my tongue felt kind of coated, so just laterally. It's important. Our tongues often feel coated or burned or weird, but it was just on one half of my tongue, and when I was eating, I noticed that the food tasted different, and that is due in Bell's to the dying off of, or the lack of connection between the taste buds and the nerves that need to provide that flavor. So it's basically like deadened in there. There's no muscle tone, there's no energy. So another thing that I noticed was that my smile was starting to be uneven. So I don't know if you can see that. Like, I'm trying to show you. Like, if you didn't know me, you might be like, hey, you know, he's just got a kind of jaunty smile. But nope, you're seeing a bunch of stuff happen here. You're seeing wrinkles on this side that are smoother on this side. And it's hard to show, but it's just, we're still in early stages here, so you'll see more as we go on. And then the other thing that I noticed was that my upper forehead here was starting to have trouble holding itself up. Like, it's starting to just want to drop down faster than the other one. So these are really early symptoms, but you can kind of see what's happening. So anyway, I'm going to check in later. I go on antibiotics for the strep, which I think caused it this time. Hopefully that will clear up the underlying issue. And then I'm also on prednisone, which is to reduce inflammation. And that hopefully will release that passageway very quickly so that my nerve doesn't become fully disconnected. So I think it'd be really neat if I made a video where it became increasingly paralyzed and then came back to normal, seeing that nerve grow back. And hopefully, because it's a quick catch, I really hope it will grow back quick and we can kind of see it happen the other way too. If it never comes back, I'll have a sad video, but, you know, hey, we all go through things in our life. This is our mechanism that we live in when we're here, and things happen. We got to enjoy our experience, I guess. Okay, I will check in a little bit.